Well, this time of year, sadly, the number of drownings goes up. More people are in the water, pools, oceans, lakes, and rivers. And according to the CDC, drowning deaths overall are on the rise. So, what can we do to stay safer? Joining us today are Quinton Seay and Eugene Felton of Seay Felton Trial Lawyers. Gentlemen, it's great to see you guys again.
Hey,
Delighted
it's
to
good
be
to
with
see
you.
you. Thanks for having us.
Now, this is a topic you both feel very strongly about because you're seeing more cases involving drownings and injuries. What do we need to know to stay safer when we're out swimming or going to spend a fun day at a pool somewhere to keep it fun and
There,
safe?
there's a host of rules that need to be followed, but a lot of them are just common sense. Unfortunately, we have been involved in swimming pool drowning cases where people have lost their lives or have been catastrophically injured. But one of the most common sense things is that there's a lack of adequate supervision, particularly for young children and even adults who may be disabled. We've seen from time to time where there's the adults just take the event of being to the pool as a celebration and they go do their own thing. But it's so important to have supervision. And it's also important to look at the environment that relates to the specific pool. Many times we've seen water that is so uh, not clean, so colorful, lacking of opaqueness that uh, you can't see to the bottom of the pool, the drain. And if you can't see to the bottom of the pool, that is something that could be a hazard. So those are some of the things, but the main thing is common sense measure, supervision, supervision, supervision.
Well, one
Quentin?
important thing for parents to do is to do a little bit of research on where you're going to be swimming, especially with children. You want to take your children to a swimming pool that has lifeguards. So you want to find out what the hours are when a lifeguard will be there and available to assist you if there's a problem. You also want to make sure that this is a swimming pool that is well maintained. My partner just mentioned the fact that sometimes swimming pools are not well maintained, and the water may actually be so cloudy that you can't see the bottom. There are federal and state standards about the cleanliness of swimming pools. We call that turbidity, and those rules are there for a reason, and the main reason is that if a person starts to drown and they go to the bottom of the pool, people around the pool and in the pool can actually see the person and know that they need some assistance, some help, they need to be rescued. So, um, finding out about the place where you're going to go swimming is very important. The more supervision, as Eugene said, lifeguards and the better maintenance will end up being a safer place to swim.
Now, do the same rules apply for any public swimming area, like a city swimming pool or an apartment pool, or like a YMCA pool? Do the rules apply the same to every different entity?
Yes, any pool operator is bound by those rules.
No,
And
it's
and
so.
and, and
Go
there's
ahead.
just a tremendous amount of rules in terms of the vision of the water in the pool, the deep end. There needs to be some kind of division where young kids can know that this is really, really the deep end. Most ordinances require gates around the pool, and on those rules are for the protection and the safety of the general public. And that's why they apply to apartment complex, municipalities, and so forth, because we describe water as sort of an attractive nuisance. Children like it, they like to go to it. And because of that, they'll go even if they don't have permission, particularly in days like this where it's so hot. They think they're just getting in. Unfortunately, we've had a case one time where a 19-year-old college student was in the water and it literally took them about 40 to 50 minutes to find him because the water was the turbidity, it was so cloudy and murky. It took 40 to 45 minutes to find him.
Oh
And
my
that's not a
goodness.
safe pool.
Now, when you go to some pools now, you'll see signs that say swim at your own risk. There are no lifeguards. Do you have any advice for people when they see those signs?
Yeah, well, you should pick a pool that has hours of operation. where there are lifeguards. That's your safest situation, because if a drowning event starts, you have some well-trained people there who can provide assistance to actually stop the drowning, or if a person has drowned, to go ahead and render medical assistance like CPR. But if it is a situation where you're swimming at your own risk, parents need to be very watchful over their children. Don't take your eyes off of them for 1 minute. It doesn't take very long for a person to start drowning.
I think swimming is a fun activity. It's a great exercise, but we always have to be mindful of safety measures, which include supervision.
All right. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate your time.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Megan.